What's up, everybody? Welcome to Tuesday Tea Time. I'm your guy, Icky Timey, and today we're gonna have some fun. Just as we get started, I want to invite you to go ahead and hit that subscribe button. If you haven't subscribed to us on youtube.com/OneHouseSoCal, go there now and make my day and hit it, strike it so that we can get this rocking in a good way, all right? I wanted to mention that today we're going to be hanging out with a really cool guy. And so if you haven't had a chance, share this and let other people know that you're on here with us. And we're gonna have just a great time talking about life, telling stories, and enjoying just a few moments that we have for this hour. So today I'm going to be hanging out with, you guessed it, Jermone Fontamillas, the magnificent Jerome. He's a pianist, as also the guitarist. He's a vocalist and a member of the American rock band Switchfoot. But he's also an amazing dad. He's a supportive husband and just an all-around jewel of a human being to be around. So you're going to have a good time with me. I'm pretty sure of it. Hang in there because he'll be coming up right here, right next. Just before we do, I do want to mention our Say Hello campaign. If you haven't already done it, go on to www.sec.adventist.org/say hello. And on there, you'll have an opportunity to share your story. Take a picture, post it out there, and our communications team here at Southern California will put that out on social media just so that more people can meet you and we can all get to know each other a little bit better. So today we're going to say hello to Marco Topete. Marco Topete is the ministry coordinator for literature evangelism here in Southern California. With his back against the wall when he was 21 years old, he decided that he'd give his life to God. He'd give God a shot. Kneeling in the jail cell in San Jose, he invited Jesus to be his Savior, and his life has not been the same since. He points out that he wouldn't be where he was if he hadn't gone through the things that he had gone through, and he wouldn't trade where God led him to get him where he is today. Here's to the reminder that even in our worst moments, God still has plans for you and I life. Thank you, Marco. Shout out to you, especially since you're a new dad. Hey, Smitha, good to see you on here. Good to see you on here. We're going to be hanging out with a friend of ours today, so I'm glad you're on here. And of course, next week, if you haven't heard about Ariel Quintana, he's an Argentinian-born master conductor and arranger. He leads the annual candlelight concert for the Christmas season out at La Sierra University. He's also a USC alum completing a doctorate in musical arts, and he will be with us next week talking about life, conduction, arrangement, and faith. So don't miss out. But let's not hold back any longer. Let's get Jerome on here. Jay, my guy.
Hey, how
What?
you doing?
Good, man. What's going on? How's everything?
Great, great. Everything is great.
Man, and
Thanks for
I'm so
asking.
glad we have an opportunity to hang out a little bit today. Just talk about life, bro. In fact, just before we came on, you were sharing some pretty cool stories that I had no idea about. So I'm pretty excited
Oh
for us to
yeah,
get
we
in
go
here.
way back. Vicky. We go way back. I mean,
As we get
years.
as we
Talking
get
years.
what? Oh yeah. As we get started, what are you drinking today, my bro?
All right. Well, I mean, this is tea time, right? But today, a lot of people know that I like to drink coffee.
Yes.
So I brought a I brought a coffee thing. I don't know, like I went to a local roaster
Yeah.
and oh, how does this work?
There you go,
There we
right there. Boom.
Um, it's a Switchfoot blend. They
Ooh,
made one just for our band.
yeah. And
It's
where is this
crazy.
at? At Wild Goose?
Wild Goose Coffee here, out here towards Redlands.
This guy doing big things, man. Nice.
I know. They're
So now here comes the next question, bro. How does it
yeah,
taste?
awesome. And people know that like when I go on tour, I go to as much coffee houses as I can, and
Yeah.
this one's pretty on top. It's pretty up there in the taste department.
All right, man. Well, look, people, if you get a chance, go out and get you one of these delicious coffee roasts over at Wild Goose in the
All good.
Redlands area. The Redlands area. So,
Hmm.
Jerome, I want to really thank you for coming on here, man. It's a real pleasure to be able to have some time to talk. I know that we've been trying to coordinate this, but your schedule has
For
really been quite
months.
hectic.
For
Yeah,
months.
yeah, yeah. Do you need to give a shout out to anybody? Is there somebody out there you need to give some love to?
Well, I mean, these last few months I've been really busy, and so I gotta give a shout out to my family, my boys and my wife, for keeping the house in order.
There you go. There you
Keeping,
go.
keeping it real down here at the house. Yeah.
That's right, man. That's right. That's it. Very cool, bro. Very cool. Let's talk music, yeah?
That's what I do.
All
Yeah.
right, let's do it.
I
Where
mean,
did
a
you
little bit.
find your where'd you find your love for music, bro?
Man, you know what? I I mean, I've always loved music growing up. Um, but I think the music where it propelled me is when I was in elementary school, and I picked up a Beatles album,
Oh
and
yeah.
from then on, my love for music just went bam.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
So yeah, it shot up from there. I'm like, man, these guys are amazing. I love the music that they put out.
Wow. From that point forward, did you know that you wanted to be in a band?
No, not really. Like I just loved music. Not probably not until college where I thought maybe I could give it a shot at being in a band. But yeah, I just like music. You know, it's one of those things that you're like, man, music is life. Music is what propels me, and I'm sure it propels a lot of people. Is like this, you know, listening to music is inspiring.
Yeah.
It just moves me.
How many different bands have you been in?
I've been in a lot. I've been in a lot. I started out in an industrial goth band,
What
which
was
was
the
pretty
name?
awesome because I would wear a black trench coat and black eyeliner. I mean, it was an industrial goth band.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
I
yeah.
went into a space rock band, you know, and then I had a brief stint in a ska band, and so uh, it I've been in a lot of bands.
As you changed bands, did you like change your style up? Like, were you in Fold? What was that?
Yeah, that was my space rocky, you know, time where I just did space rock.
Fold Zandura. Wasn't that what it was called?
Yep.
Oh man, listen, those were some good days, bro. Let me tell you. Sorry, Jay. We didn't hear. I was an accident on mute there, bro. What did you say?
Yeah, those are my roots. Yeah,
Fold
that was a
Sandura. Yeah.
those are a good time.
That's awesome, man. That's awesome. Getting some love from people out here. So I want to give a shout back to Smitha, to Eric. What's up, Anderson? What's up? What's up? Kevin asked if my house is in order. Kevin, that's none of your business, man. Stay out of my house. Kevin Strain, he thinks he knows things, Jerome. You know that Kevin Strain guy? Useless.
Oh yeah, that guy's trouble.
In trouble.
That
He's
guy's
definite
trouble.
trouble. He's definite trouble. What's up, Annie? Annie's coming out from Cambodia. It's so good to see Annie on here. Welcome on, and welcome on to everybody. I'm hanging out with Jermone Fontamillas today from Switchfoot. We're going
Yes.
to talk about life, coffee, music, faith. We're going to talk about the whole deal. So hang in with there. We're going to be giving away some stuff at the end too. So for our viewers, I'm going to be giving away something from the Switchfoot merch. I'm also going to be giving away a cool deck of something special. We'll talk about it a little bit later. And we're going to get Jerome to give us some tips on how to do a few things, how to be a better musician. He's going to give us tips on how to milk a cow better, in case you need to know that. And one tip on how to be a family guy. See how cool it is? Hang in there with us. It's going to rock. And of course, as always, if you have any questions or thoughts, drop it into the comments and we'll ask Jerome. I'll just bring it up to him and Jerome will kick it out for us. Is that cool, Jay?
That is totally cool. Yeah, let's do that.
All right. Joey Mack from
Yeah,
Foldzan says
Joey,
hi.
how you doing, man? He he, he
So
played guitar for us for a couple years. He was
Is he on
awesome.
this? Is he in this picture?
No, it was in a later iteration of the band, but
Oh,
he uh he was awesome. He's a great guitar player.
all right,
Hey Joey.
man. What's up to Joey, man? Hey, Joey, you got lucky and didn't have to get your picture put out there like that. Uh, Jay, back to some questions.
Sure.
How was it growing up in a religious home in an Asian home? Was it accepted that you were gonna go into music, or was that a taboo?
No, my parents were immigrants from the Philippines, and so when they came here, uh, they, I, I mean, they're trying to set up their life, like, and I think the thing about growing up in that home is they really wanted to establish stability in it, and in their way, they want to make sure that we succeed as kids, like in life, and do something that is fairly stable, you
Yeah,
know.
yeah.
In a Filipino family, that usually, some usually goes into the medical field or in the
A nurse,
pastor, or you know,
pastor,
and
yeah.
it's that kind of thing. So they really tried to push me in that direction, but you know, uh, it didn't turn out that way.
When you decided you'd go all in into music, coming from a home that tends to be a faith-based or religious home, sometimes the music seems so counterintuitive to our religiosity. Was there ever a moment where there was a bit of a tension between you and the fam?
Oh yeah, it was. I mean, it was early on when I decided, hey, I want to try out this music thing. Um, Trying to uh, incorporate that with your faith was
Ooh.
hard because the type of music that I played. I mean, I told you I played in an industrial goth band, and it didn't really portray the type of how do you say it, like the religious or the spiritual vision
Yeah.
that the church that I was going to at the time. It was completely on the other side, and so there were a couple like mountains that I had to like uh, go
Get
over
over.
to,
Get
to
over.
even like yeah to get into music.
I'm going to agree with Eric. Eric just commented that we're all the better for you making your own way, bro. We're glad that you didn't give up on your dreams, and it really has made this world a better place. So I want to thank you and your whole band, man. You guys have been
Well,
phenomenal.
I appreciate that. Yeah, it was it 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 was a time where I really there was a lot of questions. Like, is this what I really want to do? Does this music really like align with the type of faith that I had? And it was more questions than answers. That's for sure. And so, I mean, it's one of those things where you are at the precipice, and you're like, okay, I got to take a leap of faith somehow.
Yeah. Did you ever like want to give up on music? Was there a time when you're like, this is not going to happen?
Well, I never really wanted to give up because I love music and I loved listening to music and creating music. I giving up as music as a profession. There were many times where I thought maybe I'm just not meant to do this for a living, you know.
Whoa, dude.
And so, yeah, it's because if you're all the musicians out there, they know that it's not like uh, financially like uh, great, and
Yeah,
so
right.
to get into that field and to do it as a living is tough, and to 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 keep at it. There were a lot of times where my parents were like, "What? I hope you know what you're doing. I
Right,
believe in
right.
you, but I hope you know what you're doing."
Oh man, could you imagine, my friends, as you're watching along, could you imagine if Jerome had given up on this, if the crew decided that they were just gonna stop, man, we wouldn't have all this great content we have today. So I just want to remind all of you guys who may be watching on right now, if the great maker has put a dream in you, and he's put some vision into you, go for it. Like, do it.
There is I mean, I've told this story a bunch of times, but like, I did give up for a couple weeks. And I remember Switchfoot called me up and they said, "Hey, you want to play with us?" And I said no, because I got a job in downtown Los Angeles filing and faxing. And like, I can't, because I got to start making a living. I gotta do something for myself. And,
Right.
they said okay, and and then my first day on the job, I hated it. The second day on the job, on my lunch break, I call up Switchfoot and I said, "Hey, do you still need me to play for you guys?" And they're like, "Yeah, sure. Why don't you come down?" And then after my lunch break, I went up to my boss and I said, "I quit." And then that was it. I was in the band.
That's stinking awesome, bro. Otherwise, you'd have been Jerome Fontamillas, the faxer, which is not as
Filing
cool.
and faxing. And we don't even fax. I mean, do people fax anymore these days?
You would have been out of a job after a year and a half,
I would
bro.
have been out of a job.
Uh, that's too rich, man. That's good. That's good.
Yeah, that's the story. I think I'm
Um,
sticking to it.
Anderson says that you made him a guitar player that he is today, and so proud to have been in FZ for the short time he was in it, and forever grateful, bro.
Yeah, Joey, you're a good dude.
Lisa says you can't say no to John for long.
John is our lead singer in the band Switchfoot. And
Right
yeah,
on.
you cannot say no to him.
You know-
He's very, he's very, he could tell you something and you'll say yes. Persuasive. That's what.
He's very persuasive, huh?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, like a week faxing also didn't make it that hard either for you to change your mind. So
No, I was only filing and faxing for a day and a half. Because the
Ooh.
second day on my lunch break.
Bro, that's phenomenal, man. What a stinking story, bro. That's awesome. Not to say that that's for everybody, right? But if God put a dream in your heart, man, if the dream maker put a dream
Yeah.
in your heart,
Yeah. I think I think it's a thing where God pulls you to where He wants you to be, and in a sense, I pulled out, and He said, "No, I think you should do this for a little bit longer." And I mean, it's again, like I said before, it's a leap of faith. It's a leap, like, okay, well, I'm gonna put this in your hands, and I'm just going to take the leap, and you take me where you need to take me.
well, listen, if you guys really need to get serious, you need someone like me in the band. I'm gonna put that out there. I'm pretty humble about this, but
Need you, Icky.
let me let me tell you, it's a wonder to me that no one has picked me up yet on anything. So,
What can you play?
bro, the Xbox for one.
Okay, that will do it. Guitar rig.
Yeah. Bring me in, bro. I'll take you guys up a notch. I'll take you to a place you guys have never been before, or never want to be. To be honest.
No, we'll take you, Icky, anytime.
Dude, so every person when they grow, whatever industry or whatever art form they're in, tends to grow a persona. It happens for ministers as well as public speakers. People see you as the individual they see up front, and they tend to fall in love with you, with that particular whoever that is, right? But that's not necessarily who you are when you are away from that particular scene. That's how you get crazies who follow you, right? They're like, "I love you," and you're like, "Well, you don't even know me," right? Not that
No, I
anyone's
think
crazy.
only you do that.
Yeah. Well, I don't mean to
I
stalk
appreciate
you,
it.
bro. Yeah.
Appreciate that, Icky.
How close do you feel your persona is as a musician to Jerome, the Fontamillas?
Ooh, that is a good question. I mean, being a musician is a lifestyle. Like being on stage is, you know, it, you put yourself out on stage, and it's
Yeah.
who you are. It's like the music is coming out of you. This is who I am. And
Yes.
but off stage, it kind of doesn't. There's no like distinction. You're gonna
Mm.
be that person off stage because this is who you are. This is the music that you put out. And so
Right.
you know, it's I don't see that much of a difference, but you know, I could be a jerk off stage. I don't know. I
No,
maybe.
I have to say, man, you are such a transparent human being. You're authentic. So like you tend to be the same human being in every setting, and that's just so refreshing to see. Not everyone's like that. Not everyone's like that.
Well, again, you're being vulnerable on stage, and it's for like an introvert like me, it's hard.
Mm.
But again, the bottom line is music is who you are, and performing is who you are, and you probably do it off stage as well.
Yeah, yeah. That's dude. That is really cool. That is really cool to see the persona, because the persona, oftentimes people put that on you. You don't even demand that. That's just what people like. They have like fascinations about who you are, and then there
Yeah.
is who you are. And then you've got to do the job of the crisis of like trying to figure out your identity between those two. I told you I'm reminding you the story just before we came on here about how we were at alumni weekend together. So for those of you watching along, Jerome and I went to the same high school. It was a boarding
Yes, we
school.
did.
Yeah, we did. Yes, we
Different
did.
times though.
Yeah, why?
I was a little bit before you. I'm way older
Yes,
than you.
slightly, slightly. Yeah, but you're Asian, so you look much younger than I do, so it's
Oh,
not fair. And we were sitting together in one side of the transept watching. It was a Friday evening, and they were doing a Friday evening program, and we were
yeah.
sitting together, and we are just kind of laughing on the side, kind of talking. And then all of a sudden, the kids at the school saw you, and
Yeah.
they came over like ravenous zombies, like right.
Well, I
Uh,
don't know if they're ravenous, but yeah, it was interesting because that was I didn't expect that, because my class, that was the first time they actually knew what I did, you know
Isn't that
because
interesting? Like
before
your
then
class, that generation, kind of slightly missed it. Who you were.
they,
They
they were like, who are you, Jerome?
were-
What happened to you?
right.
They
and,
were-
and and then like the rest of like the actual high school students of the time were like pouring over, just like, oh my gosh, and like you're from Switchfoot, and
it was embarrassing again. It was weird, but I mean,
yeah,
and you know what's funny is we talked about this. We've never gone back, you and I.
yeah. We've never been back since. We've not.
I don't know if that's a good thing.
Yeah, yeah. They probably don't want us back. But so the kids were like, they were like pouring over, asking for your, oh, could you give us an autograph, please, please, like
I know.
so. And you were just, man, you were so humble, and you were there, and I I turned around and I said, hey guys, you guys want my autograph as well? And literally the whole group of people just looked at me and was like, who are you, right? Like,
You know what? They lost it. It was their loss.
uh,
Seriously. Their loss, Icky.
but interesting just how profoundly your art makes sense to people. Like it speaks to the soul of individuals where they're like, man, I'm connected to you, even though they have no idea who you are, and that can be a persona. So it's great to hear that in your life you've been able to balance that really nicely.
Yeah, I think the music that we play is honest. I
Yeah,
mean, it's not blatant uh, Christian per
yeah,
se, but it's really honest, and I think honesty speaks to everyone. You like
absolutely.
when you're real, when you're just living life, and being honest with your doubts and with your joys, your doubts, everything. People can relate. People will gravitate to it, and they're like, okay, I know what I know what they're feeling. I know what they're talking about, and I want to communicate. That's why I do what we do, is because, you know, we we try to sing songs the we try to sing songs of hope through darkness. You know, you start
Absolutely.
in the darkness and aim for the light,
Whew.
and that's probably one of the main things that we strive to do as a band.
Bro, it's fantastic. And to be honest, from my perspective, my humble perspective, anything that is beautiful and transparent and honest and true and right and inspirational is divine. I know that we have this weird way of separating everything from sacred to secular and this and that, but I don't think God sees the world from that particular dynamics, and that layer is human. It's us humans pressing down on it, but really anything that is beautiful, true, and right, it's from God, man. It's divine.
And it does turn your attention to him in a way, even though you don't know it. Like, I've worked with a lot of non-Christians in the industry, and when they listen to the music and the lyrics, they sense a spiritual aspect to it, and they're drawn to it. And I think that's God pulling and using
Woo!
it, in a sense.
Get it, bro? That's what I'm talking. You didn't tell me you were a minister too. Come on, Jerome. That's my job. Get
Oh
out of my
man.
lane, bro. Get out of my lane.
Oh, I,
To
I tried that once and it was hard. I lots of props to you, because I did speak at the La Sierra Church once, and I was so it was so nerve wracking. I can't believe you do that every week.
those of you watching along, isn't that funny to hear from somebody who stands in front of thousands on a regular basis, doing what he does with his crew? Phenomenal. Hey, Donna, I am coming back. I will be speaking at Monterey Bay Academy when we get out of this when we get out of this COVID
He's coming
situation.
back. No, I want to
Yeah,
say he's coming back. Yeah.
yeah, I'm coming back, and Jerome's gonna do special music before I
I'm gonna
speak.
come with him,
Yeah, yeah.
and we'll
We're
hang
gonna
out
do a
together.
drama montage of some sort. So
Let's
be
do it
prepared, world.
with a threat,
The double threat, the 1-2 punch.
double threat.
If you're catching up with us right now, we are hanging out with Jermone Fontamillas from Switchfoot, talking about life, talking about faith, talking about music, talking about it all. And I'm really thankful that you came on here with me today, Jerome. If you're just catching up with us on Facebook, on YouTube, please do me a favor and jump onto our YouTube page and subscribe and like us. You're gonna get more content from us, but I'm always doing my best and our team's best every week to push out stuff that is gonna be creative, good, and awesome. Right now, we're gonna go into a section I call 3, 2, 1. And so I asked Jerome ahead of time to give us 3 tips on something, 2 tips on something, and 1 tip on something that'll make you better in a particular area of your life. So
That
if
was a
you're
hard. This is a hard segment. I just want to
yes,
tell
no,
you, this
it's
is
going to
hard
be
for
an
me.
awesome segment. The 2 tips is really going to get you guys. Because some of you may not know this particular thing about Jerome, but so if you're ready to learn some stuff, go ahead and pull out a pencil, pull out your iPad, get ready on Evernote, and take some notes, because this
You
is
may
where
not
we.
need a pencil or any notes, but a mental picture is probably the best.
I don't downplay it, Jerome. It's awesome, bro. The first one is going to be easy enough. As a musician, I asked Jerome to give me what are 3 tips that could make any musician better at their craft, whether that's performing or actually in the groove. Jerome, can you give us 3 practical tips that any musician
Well,
could
yeah,
use?
it's not really. Well, the first one is not really a tip. It's, you really have to love music. You
Mm,
really have to love what you're doing, because it shows when you perform it. So when you go up there and you play, you gotta love what you're doing. You know, that that goes a long way in performing music, for sure. Uh,
phenomenal.
the second tip I'd say is, listen to a lot of music. You know, listen to your favorite bands, and be really, like, aware of a lot of music. You know, be diverse in music itself, because music, it doesn't matter what kind of style. You know, there's beauty in it, and there's beauty in whether it's a classical or whether it's hip hop, or whether it's, you know, Disney, you know. But yeah, that's, I would say, be diverse and like listen to as much music as you can. And then
Phenomenal.
the third and final tip is um, just play.
Just play.
Play. Yeah, just play. If you're afraid, you know, to go out there and play, I think you got to get over that fear and just play, you know, and let the music take you, you know.
Oof. Those are good. Those are good. To become a better musician, you got to love. You've got
Love
to
music,
love music. You've got to listen
listen, and yeah, and then just go out there and play.
and just go out there and play. Fantastic, bro. Those are great tips. Yvonne says, "Hi, Jerome." Hi,
Hi,
Yvonne.
Vaughn. How are you?
I'm here too, Yvonne. Hi. Would you like my autograph?
Yes,
Yeah.
please.
Yeah.
How good that would be.
Okay, so now here we go. We're gonna go to 2 tips. So I asked Jerome for a section where he could give us 2 tips on becoming better at something. You're gonna want to this one. You're gonna want to write down because I'm pretty sure that none of you will know how to do this. So Jay's gonna take us deep into his history of of experience. Jerome,
Yeah.
can you give us 2 tips? Now, this 2 tips will be 2 tips on how to milk a cow better.
Oh yes, because
Yes.
I mean, some of you guys out there know that I used to be a farmer, and I used to be a dairy farmer, and I used to milk cows when I was in high school.
Yeah.
At the same high school that we went to had a dairy
Yes.
farm,
Yes.
and I worked there, and so I learned how to milk a cow. And so let me give you a couple tips. The first one is always cleanliness. Always wash and clean the area because cows are dirty.
Ooh, man.
So you guys know how to do that. And the second and the most important thing is to comfort the cow and talk to it in a comforting, calm voice.
Oh, that's good.
And then
Have you-
you're golden.
Have you actually grabbed the udders of the cow and milked it?
Yeah, all the time. It was-
Bro.
And in fact, we did a documentary a while back called Fading West. You'd probably be able to watch
Yep.
it. But we went all around the world, and I went to a dairy farm in New Zealand, and I showed everyone how to milk a cow.
Dude,
So if you guys want to watch me milk a cow, that's probably where you could see it.
you straight jumped on my respect level, bro. Your cred has gone up another notch. I don't know if anybody else feels this way, but like, dang, man, talk about persona, man. Kevin says, and now you're a vegan.
Yeah, no, not really, Kevin. I told you, Kevin is trouble.
That guy's trouble. Somebody get him off of here, man. Warm hands to help. Lisa says, warm the hands to help. Yes, Lisa, you gotta warm them. We went to the same school, and listen, the people that Jerome speaks of that he associated with, these are the people who worked at the dairy. I want you to know, no one else wanted to hang out with them because when they came back from the dairy, the stench, the powerful.
You didn't want to hang out with me. I wasn't
Whew,
hangable.
whew. But now, Jerome, were they doing this at the time when you were there? They would bring in, I don't even know if this is unethical for the cows, but they would bring in like Hostess and stuff like that and feed it to the cows. So there'd be like all kinds of Hostess products there, Twinkies and.
I don't think that happened when I was working there. We just fed them regular stuff.
Man, they used to feed them all that. Hostess would send down like literal truckloads of like Twinkies and all kinds of Suzy Q's, man. And if you wanted to be a friend, you would bring some up to the dorm, and then we'd accept you even with the scent. So
There you go.
there it is.
You know what? When we go up there, I don't know if the dairy is still there, but we can go. I could show you how to do it.
You know what? Done deal, bro. You know what? I'm gonna bring a cow to your house, and we're gonna milk it in your living room.
I could do it.
All right, all right. Okay, here we go. And so we're gonna do one last tip. The final tip is, Drum, give us one tip on how to be an awesome family man.
Okay, well, because it's being a family man is a learning experience, as probably a lot of you know. It's not easy, but I think the one thing that I've learned from with my wife and my kids is that they want to be heard, and so the key is you let them listen and let them be heard, and I think that's one of the biggest things that I've learned.
Wow. That is good, man. That is good. I would even say that just is universal about life. Everybody
Yeah,
wants to be heard, right?
yeah, they want to express themselves. You listen to them and let them be who they are.
Yeah. Too often we listen to respond as opposed to listen to make sure someone's being heard. So
Yeah,
we could probably all be a little bit better human beings if we spend a little time doing that, right?
I'm still working on it. Yeah.
My kids remind me every day how much I don't listen to them. So the Lord's working on me. When did
Yeah,
you,
me too. I've seen pictures that my wife has taken of your family. They're great.
man, they hate me. Moving, moving on. So, bro, when did you get that feeling of, wow, I think we've made it? Have you experienced that? And when was that first time that was tangible?
I mean, it's not. I've never. I never strive to feel like I've made it because
Mm,
I've made a commitment to do music, whatever it takes. It's whether it's not doing well for me, like financially or anything. I made that commitment to do music. But um, one of the most poignant times was when I was uh, when I was talking to my father, my dad, and we just won a Grammy, and I mean, it, it it didn't dawn on me how it was such a that big of a deal. But like my dad comes up to I was talking to him. I was talking to my dad on the phone, like we were over there at the Grammys, and like, hey, Dad, Mom, we won, and my dad, I hear him talk to my mom and says, "Wow, I'm really proud of what he has accomplished. He actually did something with music." And so to me, that felt like, oh, everything that I've gone through is, wow, there was a
yeah.
there it was purposeful, and it was meant to be. Um, but again, I want to say, it's I'm always um, wanting to create music, and it's never really like, oh, you've made it. It's
Yeah.
just the idea that I'm still able to do it is fine with me.
Right, right, right. Man, I know how it feels, when you're like, get your first Grammy. It's like,
You do know.
yeah.
It's
Thanks for
hard to
making me
tell
feel
that
worse
story
about
to people.
myself, Jerome.
That guy got a Grammy? What? How did he do it?
No, that's awesome. That is really good, man. That's really good. Uh, what's your favorite part of the whole music scene?
I love. Well, there's two things: is creating, like
Mm-hmm.
when you're in the studio, like which I've been in the last few months, and it's just going in there and just what's coming out, creating music that you're like, wow, this is amazing. And two, performing, and I love, not that I'm performing the music, is I love the idea of connecting with the audience in a way where we're singing the same song together at the
Yeah.
same time, and there's like this amazing connection when all of us are like singing the same sound, the same notes, and there's something amazing about that.
That is powerful, man. And because we've been going through this pandemic, you guys have had to switch up the way that you've been doing things. So you've been doing like drive-in concerts, right?
We've done a couple drive-in concerts, and
That's
it,
awesome.
it, that's weird because you know, like you're driving down LA and you hear a car horn and you're like, oh, you know, they're mad at me,
Yeah,
you
yeah,
know?
yeah, yeah.
Where when we play in these driving concerts and they're all in the cars and they're honking their horns, you're kind of getting mixed messages. Like, do they hate me or do they like me?
Right.
You're making me want to turn the lane.
Yeah.
No, it's fine. The idea that I'm still playing it live that's awesome. So we do this thing actually once a month. We do a live stream uh, and we play, you know, in
Sweet.
wherever, and that to me is one of the biggest things that have kept me going during this pandemic is the idea that we get to play as a band and we're playing it once a month.
Dude, that's ridiculous awesome, man. It's really cool to hear that, bro. So let's do something. Let's take a quick pause and let's play a game. I call this game Love One, Leave One. You want to
Okay,
roll
I
with
love
me? Okay, cool, cool. Hey, if you're watching along, welcome on. I am hanging out with Jermone Fontamillas from Switchfoot, and we're talking about all things amazing in life. We're going to play a little game right now called Love One, Leave One. And what you do is this. I'm going to give him two options, and Jerome, whichever one you choose, you can say love one. That thing stays among us, and we all get to use it and enjoy it consistently for the rest of our lives. Whichever one you don't choose disappears from existence and humanity forever, bro. So,
You know, they're giving me a lot of power here.
yes, yes, yes.
Is that a good thing?
You're going to get some hate mail if you pick wrong, is what I'm
I
saying.
may, yeah, you
Yeah.
know, I may.
So I'm going to invite you all to play along with us. Drop into your comments. Get your fingers ready, you keyboard warriors. Get ready to go. We've only got a minute and a half. Drop down into our comments what you like, which is the other thing will be left. All right?
Do I have to explain or is it just love or leave?
You know, some people, they try to explain and it burns their time. Feel free to, but know that'll eat away at your time here with us.
Okay, yeah. Okay, good. Thanks for telling me that.
All right, you ready? Jerome, are you ready?
Yes.
Okay, my friends, I hope you guys are ready. Let's play along. Here we go. And go. Soft bathrobe or soft slippers? One must go. One
Soft
must go.
bathrobe. Because
Soft-
they're the best. And I have one. And I wear it and my wife laughs at me every time.
All right.
I love it.
Rocky Road ice cream or salted caramel coffee?
Tough one, but Rocky Road.
Ooh, good choice. Good choice. Me too. Hawaiian barbecue or sushi?
Well, I gotta go with the Hawaiian barbecue.
Ooh.
Can't. I mean, I like sushi, but yeah,
Ooh. Wow. I think you've
I
just
like
hurt
the
some
island.
feelings.
island food.
Tim Gillespie or Sam Lenore?
Oh, that's mean.
Yes.
Mean.
Well,
Tim Lenore.
Tim Lenore. Excellent. Fantastic. Excellent. Yeah, we will accept that. Tim Lenore. Okay, Lakers or Clippers?
Oh, I'd have to go with the Lakers.
Thank you
Sorry.
very much.
Sorry.
We will stay friends. Dogs or cats?
Dogs. I have one.
All right. Piano or guitar?
Guitar. Though my best instrument is the piano. Sorry.
Depeche Mode or Duran Duran?
D mode all the way.
Very good. Oh man, you did pretty good, my bro. You did pretty good.
Those are tough questions. You gave me some tough ones.
I tried to mix it up for you. I tried to get some stuff in there that I knew you liked. I had to hit Christy up and say, hey, Christy, you know, what would Jerome really enjoy? She's like, he loves his bathrobe and his slippers. He really loves that.
Oh my gosh, yeah, she laughs at me all the time.
Not that that's what Christy sounded like. That was a really bad impersonation, to be honest. She does not sound like that at all.
Well, I can't.
Pastor Pono asked me to ask you Switchfoot or Big Face Grace.
Oh my god. That was a tough one too.
Yeah.
Switch face Grace. I'd have to take that.
Oh, that's phenomenal, bro. Phenomenal. For those of you guys who might have missed it, Sam Lenore and Tim Gillespie are good friends of Jerome, as well as ministers. They're phenomenal public speakers, man. I don't know anybody who can articulate the gospel in a much better way than those two people.
They're great people and great mentors. They really know what they're doing.
Yeah, yeah. Sam Lenore actually officiated your wedding, right?
Yes, he did, which is awesome because he. I was very hesitant. I was like, Sam, can you do this? And he was on it. He was like, yeah, I'll marry you guys. I'm like, okay, good.
Oh, very cool. Let's talk about your wife for a little bit. Can we do that?
Yes, I love talking about my wife.
She's awesome. So,
And well, we talked about this earlier, but I met my wife at Icky's house, at your house, 16 years ago. Can you believe that?
okay, first of all, this blew my mind because Jerome, you didn't say that until like we talked this afternoon. You left me 16 years in the dark. I could have
I
been
know you
milking
told
your
me for
fame
years.
much longer than this, bro.
Well, I wasn't sure because I knew that you lived at the house, or didn't know. I remember you were there, and then I was invited to your. I might have crashed your party, but it could have been me. I crashed it.
Yeah. I'd have been borrowing
then
money from you a lot longer had I known. Had I known. I guess you saved yourself. I guess basically you saved yourself.
Well, you were the big instigator for me getting married.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Hey, you're welcome. Listen, I'm just trying to do my part. You're welcome. So here's the thing. Christy, your wife is actually an artist as well.
Yeah.
She's done some phenomenal stuff. She's done a bunch of stuff for me, whether it was photography or painting. Have you two ever worked together on a project?
Not exactly because the stuff that she does is out of my league. You know, she's one of the greatest artists I know and photographer, and so I can't. I mean, I carry her camera gear during weddings sometimes. That's me. So.
Dude, she is pretty awesome. By the way, everyone you're watching along, we're gonna have her on in the new year. We're gonna talk to her about some things that she's doing and her sister Betsy and the project that they're working on together. But yeah, Christy is out of this world. Some of the stuff that she does, my daughter just falls in love with. Now, this is the most recent project that they're working on. Put that back up, Jay, please.
Yeah.
So Romy's put up here the Delta Deck. This is something that they're doing. This is one of the things that we're going to be giving away today to one of you viewers. So stay along with us towards the end. We're getting close to the end, actually. We're going to be giving this away, and I'm going to give out something else. What's that, Jay?
Oh yeah. No, I'm sad. That's like.
I
This is
know,
awesome.
I know, I
I'll stay
know.
here for the next few hours if you want.
Man, no, I don't want that. But yeah. Jerome, tell us
Yeah,
about this.
maybe.
Tell us about the Delta Deck, bro.
I think okay. Well, my wife and her sister, were talking one day, and they decided, hey, you know what? During this pandemic, I think there have been a lot of people really yearning for more meaningful conversations and really like trying to bridge the gap between relationships, and they were trying to figure out how the best way to do that. And I think the best and the thing that they came up with is these conversation cards where it dives deep into like really like skipping the small talk among people and really diving deep into conversation. It really, I feel like this is like one of those things where it bridges that gap between small talk and meaningful conversations, and it's definitely like something that I think everyone should have.
So what it does basically is it pushes people to dive deeper into engagement with each other, but the methodology is put into card games, like it's a card
Yeah,
game.
but no one wins, or
Right.
everyone wins.
Everyone wins, bro.
It's that's the main thing about this is
Yeah.
There's no. It's not about winning. It's about uh, growing and really like diving deep into it, something meaningful, and you know.
It's genius. It's genius, and it's come out and people are loving it. And I want you to have one today. So one of us, our viewers, you're
Mm.
gonna get one from One House because we love you. We're not asking anything from Betsy or from Christy or from Switchfoot. We are purchasing one for you because we think it's that good and that you would love it. But then Christy hit me up today and she said, "Hey, I heard you're having Jerome on." I was like, "Yeah." She's like, "Well, check it out. Tell your viewers that anybody who uses this particular code, a discount code, you're gonna get a discount." So I want to give you the discount code right now. I forgot to put it up so that I can post it on here, but I think let me look it up. Because
The code is
yes,
listen to Jerome.
that is not the code.
Yeah, maybe that's a good idea.
Let me see. The code is, I believe it's T time. I believe it's T time. Yeah. Okay. It's T time 10. TEATIME 10. The number 10.
Tea
TEA
time 10. Yes.
T
Tea
time
time
10.
10.
T time 10. Pono, in fact, you're on here. My bro, Pono, can you put into the comments TEATIME number 10? T time 10. If you use that code there, that discount code, you're gonna get a discount. What it is exactly, I'm not sure. But I need you to go out there and grab it now because it's awesome. We're also gonna give one out sometime. Thank you, Eric. Sometime today
You
we're
won't
gonna.
regret it. It is amazing the power of conversation, the power of getting closer to people and talking. That's what we need more of these days.
Absolutely, bro. Absolutely. Would you ever consider doing something together with your wife if she was like, "Hey, you wanna do something?"
If
Or do you
if
tend to keep those two
if
parts of your
music
life
is
separate?
involved, yeah. But I'll carry her camera gear as long as she wants me to.
Now that's love.
I'll be there to support her.
Right, right, right. As we're coming up to our time together, Jerome. By the way, everybody, thank you so much for joining us. In the last 2 minutes, we're gonna go ahead and give away a couple things, but thank you for hanging out with us. I am with Jermone Fontamillas. We're having a good time together. We're just got a few more questions we want to get through to
Yeah.
share and to be shared.
This is
How do
great.
you want your music to inspire people, Jerome? I mean, especially we're living in a time right now where it's there's a lot of things happening. Our world seems a little tumultuous. There's a lot of unrest in many different platforms. How do you
Yeah.
want your music to inspire people? What action
I
do you
think
want to listen?
we as a band we live by this mantra that life is short, live it well, and the idea that we want to instill hope in people and use hope as the anthem. And we, during these are dark times, and people are, you know, are out there like seeking, seeking something, seeking some type of thing. And I think what we as a band want to put out there is that there is hope, and hope can be the anthem. And so in the songs that we create and the songs that we perform, the bottom line is
Sorry, Jerome. The bottom line is what? I just missed that last part.
hope. Hope is the anthem. And
Awesome,
that's the
bro.
thing that we want to sing about. These are the things that I want to sing for the rest of my life, you know.
Oh, so good, so good, so good. So at the end of this whole journey, bro, we've come to the end of it all.
Oh
You've
man.
lived through your time. You've made your music. You've done your part in this walk of life. When you come to that place, what do you hope people will say about you and what you did here with your time?
Um that he that he how much he loved what he was doing, like and hoped that that inspired people to do something that they love to do. It's at the end of my life, I want to look back and say, hey, you know what? I did it because I did music because I loved it, you know, and I just want to, and I hope that it showed when I did it at the time. So
True, 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 true. Nothing more true than that, my friend. So, okay, my friends, thanks for hanging out with us. If you've been with us the whole way through, or if you just joined us, I've been hanging out with Jermone Fontamillas, talking about life and love and music and faith and all of it together.
and milking cows.
I've got one last thing I want to ask you, Jerome, to share with us today, and then we're going to go to the part where we give stuff away. Because this, so I've been doing this, by the way, Jay, all month. For the month of December, I call it December Giving, and every week, every episode, I give something away to people. So today, I decided I was going to buy some Switchfoot merch because I love you guys.
What?
And we're going to give it away to somebody. And we've got Delta cards that we're going to give away to somebody. And on top of that, if you want to get your own Delta cards, use Tea Time 10 in the discount code, and you'll get a discount from all of us. Just
You are on
because
fire, Icky.
it's because I love you guys. And I want to get in the band. Lisa, talk to somebody. Put me in there, man. Come on. No, I'm playing. I really am just playing. You don't want me near any kind of band type activity.
We'll take you though.
Thanks,
We'll take
bro.
you.
Thanks. Before we end out, bro, I want you to just, can you share something inspiring to those watching along with us today that may catch this maybe at a later time? We're catching it right now. Maybe to that young Jerome who's just getting started. Maybe to some young girl out there who's working her way through life. Some young adult, some young professional. Could you leave us with some words of inspiration?
Yeah, you know, again, I want to go back to the mantra as a band is that, you know, life is short and to live it well. Like, you know, every breath is a second chance, and so you know, to not give up on the hope, not give up, and to move forward. You know, and that's what I can say.
Man, that's phenomenal. Thank you, bro. For all of you guys watching along, just keep moving forward. There's so many beautiful things in this world, and too often we get caught up in other people's arguments, in other people's issues. And really, we could be agents of beauty and love, reconciliation, and kindness in this world. And listen, there's nothing to it but to do it. So get on it. Right, Jay?
Yes, it is.
All right. So here's our time where we're going to give something away. And this is how we're going to do it. We're going to pick somebody from our comments like we do every week. So Jerome, you're going to be the man of the hour, and you're going to get to choose. This is like love one, leave one, except love one, leave 30-some odd human beings out in the cold.
Is that a good thing?
This is not how grace works. So, but we're going to, why don't you go ahead and choose someone from our comments, and we will choose two people. One of those, you're going to go ahead and DM us over at One House SoCal on our IG, and we'll send you a Switchfoot t-shirt of my choosing. And the other person will get the Delta cards. That's going to be really, really cool. All right. So this is what we're going to do. I'm going to let Jerome look through our comments here, and go ahead and just pick someone out of there, bro. And then we'll claim them the winners. I see Christian says he loves you, bro. So yeah, it might be a leg up.
Hey, well, for that, you win, Christian.
Christian Rivera, you win. You win. Okay, that's one. Yeah, we've got another one to give out, bro. So hit us with it. Who would you like?
Man, you guys are awesome. Let's Smitha. She's a great person. She's a respiratory therapist. I know who she is.
Oh, Smitha. Smitha for the win. Smitha, and you were on. Smitha was on like from the get-go. She was dropping comments.
She is a great person that's doing great things for this world.
Oh, you know, she's in the respiratory field, and that's probably a really busy field right now. So Yeah, it would be great to give her some love. Thank you, Smither, for your time here. Donna, we love you. We love you. NBA, hail NBA, we love you. You remember that jam, Jerome? Did you have to sing that? That's our.
I remember. Those are good times.
Thank you all for coming on with us. We're going to close out. So this is what we're going to do for Smitha and for, who was the other person you picked? Christian. Okay, if you guys can just jump over to our IG. If all of you would do this, that would be great. Jump over there and join us on our IG. Follow us at Instagram.com/, our handle is at One House SoCal. If you can go on to at One House SoCal, DM us your info, and then I will get all that stuff out to you so that you can have a cool little Christmas gift by the end of this month. I want to also invite you, please jump onto our YouTube channel. I'm looking to build out our channel some more. So jump on there, subscribe, like. We're always going to be pushing out more content. And in the future, I'm going to wrangle Jerome back on here. Now that I know.
I'll come back.
See, I'm the reason he got married to Christy. So I win. So, you know.
That's top notch right there.
That's top notch, man. So jump over to our One House page on YouTube, and please subscribe and like us. And we'll be doing more of these every week. Okay. God bless you all. Hey, Jerome, man, I love you, bro. Thank you for coming on here and being with us.
So much, Icky. You're amazing. Thank you so much for letting me on.
Cool. Give our goodbyes, bro, and we're out of here.
All right, you guys. Thanks.
Until next Tuesday, stay safe, stay good, my peoples. Keep the hope up. God bless you. We'll see you next Tuesday.